Hey, what's going on YouTube? This week we're going to do this effect. Alright, the reason why I'm showing you this effect this week is because a lot of people have asked me, hey, I saw your recent video with Tommy Lee. How did you do that paintball effect? I was like, no, sorry, not paintball effect, that paint transition effect. And they hit me up on Facebook and they DM me on Instagram. So I said, hey, why not I just do a video and show you? So just watch this intro and we'll be right back. Going to use today is After Effects, and to do the transition I'm going to use two of my old videos that I did, a dance video and a music video. So I'm just going to import the two clips right now. Give me a second. Alright, once you have your two clips, you can go on Google, anywhere you can get some paint splatter or paintbrush PNGs. I actually downloaded a few, so I'm going to get them right now. Hang on 1 second. Alright, so these are my three paint strokes that I'm going to use to do the transitions. So what you're going to do now, you're going to create a new sequence, a new composition I should say, sorry. I had Premiere Pro in my head. You're going to create a new composition, 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second, and you click OK. Then you put your two clips on the timeline. The top one will be the one that you're going to transition into the second one. Then you will get you add your brushes to the timeline as well. So let me just get them on here quick. Alright, great. So there I have my three paint brushes. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hide two and select one, and I'm going to set how I want this one to transition. So I'm going to increase the scale, press W for the rotate tool, and I'm going to rotate it how I want it to be. So I say I want it to do this across the screen. So I'll just cover one end and let it slide to the next. Then hang on, let me just do this properly. Alright, then what I will go for, I'll look for in the effects and presets panel, I'll look for linear wipe. That's the transition they're going to use to bring in the second clip. So with the completion, it will be like this. However, it's going in the wrong direction, as I don't want it to do like that. So I'm going to change the wipe angle. So I'm going to switch it to around, get it here, around 268 to 270 degrees. So the transition will look like this now. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the video play out like a few seconds, like say roughly 4 seconds in. And then I'll create the first keyframe with the transition completion at 100. And I'll scroll down to say roughly 2 seconds in. And then I will put this at 0. So now press F9. I'll press U to bring up my keyframes. And I highlight the two keyframes and I'll press F9 to ease them. Then I'll click the graph editor and select the end and pull it in. So now it will go fast then slow. So it will look like this. Okay, great. So that's done, but the edge is very sharp. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to the feather, and then you're going to increase the feather to roughly around say 40. So now it will look a lot more smoother. And then, so that's done. So now you hide this one and then you select the next one, and you do the same thing. You increase the scale and then you set this one how you want. This is all your personal preference. You can set it like this, then you scale it. And if you want reference, you can just highlight again the first one, then you'll be like, okay, that's going to be revealed, and you'll be right here. So you create an X. What I normally do is I select where I put the secret where I want it to start, then I copy the effect, the linear wipe, and I paste it on the other brush stroke. Then when I press U, you see that it starts right there. So when I play through, the transition is right there. So since that's completed, you can just add in the next one where you can just scale it by selecting one of the edges. And then you don't have to cover up everything, but yeah, you can do like that. Then as I said before, I paste the transition on. And I press U and see that it's right there. Perfect. So what you're going to do now, you're going to select all your brush strokes with their transitions, and then you're going to pre-compose it, and I will name that brush transitions. And then I press OK. Now what I do is I find where it starts, which is at approximately 4 seconds, and then I'll hold on Alt, and then I'll click the bracket key, so I know exactly where it starts. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to select the music video clip, and I'll go to alpha inverted matte brush transition. Alright, now you see that nothing has happened because we haven't played the clip yet. So I'm going to play the clip right now so you see it. Look. Alright, nice. That is good. Okay, so now you see that there's actually these edges right here that are still remaining. Okay, what I do to fix this issue is after the transition is completed, which is approximately right about here, I make a next copy of the bottom clip and I add it to the top. And what I do is I press T for opacity, and then I lower that to 0, and then I put like 1 second, roughly around a second or even more depending on what you will, and I bring it up back to 100. Alright, so and I go back to the first keyframe, and then I hold on Alt and I press the bracket key to cut it, and then I ease these clips. So now I'm going to play everything so you see how it looks. See, it's a very easy transition. Wasn't that a good tutorial? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram right here, and also on Facebook, which is also right here. So tune in next week for another tutorial. Prince is out.